Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we're gonna get into some short hair. I'm about to show y'all something easy that you can do and something simple and on a budget. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna be working with some 27-piece hair from your local beauty supply store. It comes in 3 different lengths. So this here is a 613. I actually am going to show you what I'm gonna do to the actual hair. We're gonna be working with a 360. It already comes colored. I actually washed it or wet it so that it would straighten out, because when you get this hair, it's gonna have like a natural curl to it. And for some people, it's hard to work with. So I'm actually gonna be showing you on the video exactly what you need to do, because sometimes it could be a little hard to work with, especially when you're getting the actual glue on there. So it has like this curl. So to get this curl out of your way, what I did was I wet it. We're gonna be working with a 3x5 closure. This one is a 613. I actually went and colored it on video, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did that. I've already prepped it. I did a color match just to get as close as possible to those actual tracks. It may not be exact, but I got it close, and I'm gonna show you what I used to get it close. Now, when I put this actual closure on, I'm gonna put it on backwards. So I prepped it. This is the actual proper way to do it. You have the lace on the front, and this rounded part, that's the back. But we're gonna put this on backwards so that the hair flows forward and you have more actual hair. It's gonna be fuller so that I can place it on my model and she can have a bang, a full bang. So by putting it on backwards, that's gonna give you that density towards the front, and I'm gonna show y'all how I do this. All right, guys, this is the Milky Way 360. This is the 27-piece. I'm gonna color match using the Cajun Spice Kiss. I'm gonna color match this closure so that I can make this unit. I'm gonna get as close as possible. I'm gonna do a test strand. That's very important. You may not get it exact, guys, but it's gonna get really close. So I'm just testing it here just to see if I need to add more color. The water is piping hot. That's very important. Now I'm gonna go ahead and dip the entire piece in there. But I've already protected the actual lace. I already have my gel on there. You can watch me do that in my other hair coloring videos. I'm not gonna go totally down in there because I do wanna make the root a little darker. And for me, a lot of times when I'm doing a lot of my hair coloring, I really prefer to have a darker root. I feel like it looks most natural. And you can see there that the color is very, very close. If you notice here, I'm getting really close. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make a root color. I'm still gonna use that Cajun Spice. I'm gonna go in with some Nior, and it is considered jet black. I'm gonna mix that in, and I'm going to apply that to the root. This will give me a darker root, a darker Cajun Spice color, and I just feel like it looks most natural that way, but it's up to you. You don't have to do this. And I'm just applying this with an angled brush so that I can get really close without getting it on the root. Now, I did protect the lace. If I do get on the root, it's not going to stain it, but I still like to use an angled brush, and you'll see me do that in a lot of my coloring videos because I can get really, really close. Now, what I was telling you guys in some of the videos, like when I talk about the 27-piece, if you notice it has a little curl pattern, and if you're trying to make a unit, that curl pattern can get in the way because it's so tight when you're trying to apply the glue to it. So the best thing you could do is wet it and then just let it dry. It doesn't take long to dry, so I just prefer to do that. What you want to do is you want to go in, you want to clean up that area. I'm going to take my clippers because when I place this unit on in the back, it's going to be shorter and I don't want her real hair to show. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take my saran wrap and I'm gonna actually wrap her head because I don't like to actually do my quick weaves where I'm gluing it to the person's head. And I know they make product that protect it or whatever, but I personally don't like it because I want to be able to take this unit off and wear it again. Or the person that I'm making it for may wanna wear it a couple times. Like, you can get a lot of usage out of it if you do it into a wig. I just personally like it better that way. Also, depending on how short I'm gonna do it, depends on what type of cap I use. All right, so when you get this 27-piece box, it's gonna come with a actual stocking cap. You can use the stocking cap that comes with it to do the unit. Sometimes I use a mesh cap. This will last longer. It's not gonna last forever because we are using glue, but this cap right here is a little stronger. However, I do feel like the shorter you're gonna make a wig, I feel like the stocking cap lays better. All right, so I have this cap pulled all the way down. When it's on this plastic, it can slide. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm going to line out her actual hairline on top of this cap so it don't move, and I'll dry this with the dryer because it'll roll up and I don't want it to move. I guess that would be the difference in somebody like gluing it to the person's actual head. You won't have to worry about it moving. But like I said, I don't want to glue it to her head, and I'll just dry it. All right, so these tracks come in different lengths. This is the shortest length. For me, I like to put at least one or two of the longest length in the back. That way I have something to work with. I just prefer that. So I'll do like 2 tracks in the back of the medium. So I go a little longer. I don't necessarily use the shorter one. I use my spritz. That's gonna help dry the glue fast. Now I'll go to my shorter ones because I want from here to here to be a little short, and then I'll go to my longer pieces. I don't put them close together because I don't want it to be bulky. I want it to look as natural as possible. We don't want it to look wiggy. I think that's the one thing a lot of people like feel about when it comes to using the 27-piece hair. They feel like it's gonna look wiggy, but you can't put the tracks too close together. And you don't have to use this hairspray each time. I'm spreading it out in enough of the area where it'll be enough on there where I can do at least 2 tracks. Okay, so on these sides, what I was speaking of, I'm gonna go on top just in this area and add some short pieces because I wanna be able to customize this actual area for the sideburn. Not gonna have them long, so I'm using a medium piece over here on the sides. And I'll do it on both sides until I have it to my desired density, or as thick as you want it to be. All right, so what I wanna do is I kinda wanna mark this off. You could do this before or you could do it after. It doesn't matter, but I just wanna show you guys like really quick because I'm getting closer to my stopping point. So I'm gonna take this closure and I'm gonna cut this lace off because I don't need it. What I wanna do with this actual closure is I'm gonna put it on backwards. And when I mean backwards, I mean backwards. My beautiful model turned to the front. So this was where the lace was. I cut that off. I'm not gonna lay it this way. I molded it. I put the part in the back so that I have more hair or density towards the front. So I'm gonna mark this off so I know where to stop. You're gonna center it. I'm just gonna mark it. You don't have to do this. If you know where you're going, this is just like for a beginner that may, if you're trying this for the first time, that way, you can't go wrong. So pretty much where I marked it off, everything on the outside, I can go ahead and finish filling that in with my tracks. I'm using the longer length here, and I'm filling everything else in. All right, guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my glue, and I'm gonna glue the outside. This is is just a quick 1-2. It's not something, if you want to do it permanent, you can do it on the sewing machine. I actually teach you how to make these shorter wigs on the sewing machine on my website at www.thehairdiagram.com. So you can go to my website. I have some extensive training on there on using the sewing machine, making wigs. But this right here is just something that you can just 1-2 put together. So we're putting it on backwards. So all that hair is shifted to the front. Then we'll blow dry her down. Okay, so you notice I didn't put any glue down in the back part. So what I'm going to do is I am going to part this and I'm going to put a track on top of here, just a short one. All right, so now we're ready to remove the actual stocking cap. Voila. Voila or voila? I just always want to just say my own thing. Be like, voila.
I thought it was voila.
It's voila.
It's what?
Voila. Voila.
Voila.
I still like voila.
Me too. Voila.
We say voila. All the plastic out. I want to go in with my spritz lightly just to make sure it's gonna hold, and I'll dry it with the dryer. If you got any excess plastic, go ahead, just take it out, mama. When you get these 27 pieces, they actually come with a closure. I don't know if maybe it could be like a matter of taste, but this just makes it easy for somebody who don't really know how to do a wig or whatever, but it comes with a closure. But I really feel like this looks fake, so that's why we're not using it. Just so you know it, you can get that in there. I think it looks fake, but you can spruce it up, but we're not using that. We're using a closure. All right, so now I can put it back on. I think I want to use a couple pieces of tape just for sliding purposes. I'll do like 2 in the front and 2 in the back. We're gonna do the bow hole lace tape. Well, some people, like for the first time, they'll cut it wrong. It's a slit in the middle, and what you wanna do is don't cut with the slit, cut against it. It just depends on how you holding it. I would say vertical, horizontal, but it just all depends on how you holding it. But the ultimate goal is to make sure that slit is in the middle, so that way when you take it off, it's easy to remove. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my witch hazel wipes, and I just wanna wipe this area. I'm just gonna put 2 pieces of tape. I'm not trying, she wants to take this off at night. This is just something like really quick, and then that way she can wear it again. If she wanted to wear a different wig tomorrow, she can, and then she can come back and put this one on. So that's the good thing about it. So I'm gonna go in with my Skin Protect. Just gonna dab it. Don't wipe it. If you wipe it, you're wiping it off. So just dab it, and we'll let that dry. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the tab off from the silver piece. I'm only doing 2 pieces. It's just for a temporary hold. We're not trying to keep it on, because she's gonna be blonde tomorrow, right? So I'm gonna do 2 pieces in the back, turn to the side so they can see. I'm just gonna do 2 pieces in the back. I use my tweezers to remove the tab. And now we're gonna put this on. We're gonna cut this bang and mold her and curl it. And bow hole be holding. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna clip the longer hair out of the way. Turn to the side. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut everything down so that it looks natural. I like to use a razor. You can get this from Sally's or from your local beauty supply store. It's a comb razor, so easy to use. You can use your shears. I just think that a razor really helps the weave to look as natural as possible. You know, I like using a razor, but I feel like it helps if you really are not familiar with cutting. So you're gonna use a mousse of your choice, and I just wanna mold it. It doesn't take long to dry, but this really helps in making it look as natural as possible. So now the hair is dry and we're ready to flat iron her hair. Going in with my Ultimate Silk. So at the root, I'm gonna go in with my Easy Root, just so I can make sure that I am perfect. And there's a track underneath, so I want to go ahead, just in case like somebody is standing over her, we don't want them to see that. So if you look, you can kind of see the track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this easy route to cover that and conceal it. All right, guys, so this is the end look. She looks amazing. Yes, she does. We're going to get her to turn around in the back. I feel like this is something quick and simple that anybody could do. Tilt your head forward. Simple, really, really simple. You can do whatever you want to it. I didn't do much. I decided just to flat iron it just so it's just something sleek and simple. Nothing much, just a small flat iron. It doesn't take much to make this look happen. Go ahead, turn around to the front for me, and she is done. What did I say? Voila?
Voila.
It's voila. Love it, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below.